What it do, boys and girls and bitch. Hey. Hi, how are you? How y'all doing? Welcome to stream. Hi. Don't ask me to have energy, bro. I woke up at like 10 o'clock. So I don't have like crazy amounts of energy that just don't exist. Hey, yo, shout out to Trans Dreamland, Teacher Taylor, and King Puff for being first in chat today over on Twitch. WD, guys. W's. Oh my God. Oh. We have two streams today. We have this one here in the morning. And then we do have Calling It Now later tonight at 9:30. I'll be on with Lux. They are going to debate with me. So Jimmy is out and Lux is in. Which I think chat prefers, honestly. But you're starting really sending me back to PBS shows. That's the plan. So what's up? We're here to debate. Hey, hi everybody. We're here to debate. We're here to debate. We're here to debate. Call-in line is 219-327-8005. That number again, for all of you who didn't hear it the first fudging time. Why does chat hate Jimmy? I don't know. It's just a fun running gag. 219-327-8005. Who wants to hear our topics for the day? You guys should already be aware of them because it's the same topics I've been running for the last week. Trump is a terrible president. You have no compelling evidence for Christianity. Trans men and women are men and women. Gender affirming care for youth. And if you're MAGA, you're uneducated. Or you're a bad person. If you want to talk about something specific, if you're like, oh, but Jovan, I think Trump did great with what they did in Venezuela, then call in about number one. If you're like, but Jovan, I think Jesus was a real person who was really magical, call in about number two. If you're like, but Jovan, I'm sorry, but men and women are only men and women. Okay, call in about number three. If you want to call about the others, call about the others. I woke up at like 6 o'clock. I ate and then I went back to sleep. And I woke up at 10 and felt so wonderful about that. So we gon' fuck this up. What if we want to debate Luffy v Naruto? Take it somewhere else. I don't even really like One Piece. I've tried. Not for me. This will be the first time for you and Lux together. First time debating. Lux and I have been on like streams together. But this will be the first time we're debating together. So we'll see how that goes. I actually have, I promised Lux merch a while ago. I gotta give it some. Ron, does the hype function on YouTube help you in any way? I hype them when given. I don't know what the hype function on YouTube does. Is your call with coffee uploaded? I didn't record it. You mean the first call? Yeah, the first call's up. It was one of them with me and Dalton. So, also we got Winnie screening today. So everybody say W Winnie. Winnie's our call screener here today. If any MAGA pop up and want to like, what the fuck was that? Yo, we're almost at 1,000 YouTube members. So I think you should become a YouTube member. Like, fuck. It might hit a point where low key, I slowly switch away from Twitch. I don't know. I like YouTube a lot more as just a use factor. I don't know. I probably won't, but I could see a world where I'm like, I only stream on Twitch vertical and horizontal, and I just don't do the YouTube. I don't know. Right now, that's we're nowhere near ever going to have that happen. Taylor, thank you for the Venmo. Said Lux is great. I watched it this morning as one of my morning wake-in debates. It is really hard to remember. Also, your office background is really coming together nicely. Thank you. Part of me wants to paint the wall. I don't necessarily care for the white, but I don't know. Lainey, hey Lainey. I don't know if I want to paint it or not. But part of me wants to paint that wall a different color. Maybe something with a design. I'm also going to get a new bookshelf. I think I'm going to switch to like actual bookshelves and go get my books back from Ron, Austin, a short drive from here. Are you and Jimmy going to do anything in particular? Can I join? I don't know what me and Jimmy's like full plans are for the whole week I'm there, but I know we're going to be hanging out, me and Jimmy. I'm also going to hang out with Arden and Matt. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to do anything like fan related or anything like that. Yeah, if I decided to leave away from YouTube or from Twitch, I would do vertical and horizontal YouTubes. Twitch is the horizontal right now and YouTube is the vertical. That's what I found to work the best. But like there is a universe where, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't decided. You heard it here. Jovan doesn't like the whites. Is so funny. I don't know. What color do we think the wall should be? Should I do it like a? Should I do it like a fucking? I would have to hang everything back up and take everything out. But should I do it like it's a giveaway? Like the winner gets to pick what color my wall is. That's a dangerous giveaway. What do I give a fuck? I don't care. Who cares? So what? I personally could care less what color the back wall is. But also, if I was going to paint it, maybe like, do I do neutral or do I don't know. Commie versus, is Lux an anarchist? I've not actually asked it, what its, like, theory stances. Wait, no, actually that would be bad. I can imagine one of you winning and be like, you need to paint it the trans flag. Imagine the shit storm that YouTube chat would have. I have to repaint the ceiling because I fucked up. I put like soundproofing on the ceiling and then I had to take it off to put a new light in. And it left so much shit on the ceiling. So I'm gonna just have to paint over it. I might paint the ceiling black. Because then light won't bounce off the ceiling as much. Less light bounce might be good for the setup. Or do you want more light bounce? I don't know light's enough. Do you want more light balance? White is better because it'll diffuse is what but I'm not. No, but because you do want to diffuse. Like technically, if I had a light I wanted, I should bounce it off of this wall in front of me and let that light up because that's going to diffuse a little bit. But my streaming lights have built-in diffusers. Taylor, thank you for the other Venmo. Said dark teal and eggplant purple are two of my calm. Eggplant purple and dark teal. Okay. Why are MAGA uneducated? Is that a joke? Because they have literally zero understanding for political policy. Seems pretty uneducated to me. I don't know. I'll think about it. I still don't know if I want to paint or not. I don't know yet. But I feel like if I paint, it will look less the Ninja Turtle thing is off. Yo, that would have bothered the fuck out of me, bro. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie to you, bro. Someone in YouTube chat, y'all ain't ready for that. I'd make you cry. Yes, the faceless YouTube account would definitely make us cry. Oh my god. We would be so hurt. Oh no. Oh my god, we would be so upset. I don't give a fuck. Shut the fuck up. Find a graffiti artist down in Orlando and have them do something. Yeah, but I have so much shit on the wall that it's gonna like, you can't really do anything like crazy. Yo, 219-327-8005. We'll see if we get some debates today. I'm still trying to find that new sweet spot. It's like so weird what days. It's not only the time that I go live, but it's the days. Like my live with Blitz the other day, we had call after call after call. Maybe I got to do more strictly Christian lives, like strictly theist debates. Yo, amazingly, thank you for subscribing with Prime for your 8th month over on Twitch. Yo, who has the biggest streak on Twitch? The biggest like watch streak? King Puff has 45 stream streak. Is that the largest? What is I know Yoshi's is big. It's gotta be. We ever add systemic racism back to the board? Maybe, but here's the thing, yo. Here's the thing. I don't like debating my own shit, you know? I'm fine defending other people and other marginalized groups. I don't much care, like, debating my own shit gets annoying. B-Rad 543210. Thank you for subscribing for 3 months at tier 1 over on Twitch. How was FNAF rewritten 87? Good. until I realized it's just Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And then I was like, this is still good. It's still very good and a very fun way to play FNAF 2. But like, I would just play FNAF 2. Like, it's dope, but I was just like, oh, it's just FNAF 2. And fun fact, it's the worst. It's the worst game. I'm terrible at Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Something about that game it can't click with me, you know? We just did the first night. Who's your favorite non-mod viewer? I'm not touching that with a 50-foot fucking pole. Yo, I saw that video where Asmongold cleaned his room. Crazy, dude. Fair warning, Voices of the Void is... Yeah, but I've heard Voices of the Void is so good. Yo, is Rebecca still your best friend? Yo, that game fucked last night. That game fucked, yo. If anybody missed me playing Obey the Voice, you missed a very funny stream last night. Yeah, I've heard really good things though about fucking Voices of the Void. I've heard very good things, so I might play it. Fuck with Dragon's Dogma. Never played it. Clearly his favorite non-sub viewer is Jesus. Yeah, you know, Google Earth, bro. Always watching. Love them for that. When you gonna get into Magic the Gathering? Never, dog. I'm a nerd. I ain't that much of a nerd. Sorry to tell you. We might add capitalism back to the board at some point. Maybe after, I know me and Forrest want to do a full capitalism stream one day. So maybe after that we will. Guys, do we want free merch today? Do we want to give out merch if we hit our goals today? What do you guys want to win? What do you want to win today? Who, what, where, when, why, and how? You know what's hilarious? Watching people in chat go, call me a Democrat. That's the funniest shit in the world. God damn, that's so funny. Holy shit. It's so funny watching them be like, you can only be one of two things. Fucking funny. I think your final caller last night thought you were a Democrat. It's so dumb. It's just embarrassing, dude. Like, it's truly embarrassing. You must be either a Democrat or a Republican. You can't criticize both parties. That's not how this works. That's what they sound like. I need a Jovan v. Forrest bird dinosaur debate. Dinosaurs could be birds, but birds are not dinosaurs. Because that's the thing. Are dinosaurs a type of bird, or are birds a type of dinosaur? What's the umbrella? I think it makes more sense that dinosaurs are a type of bird, not the other way around. You're all wrong, and it's okay to be wrong. Have you watched Avatar: The Last Airbender? Yeah. Back when I was... I mean, I've watched it since then, but yeah, I mean, I grew up in the fucking 90s, early 2000s, so yeah. I'm not wrong. I mean, you guys can keep saying it. It's embarrassing that all of you are wrong about it, but it's okay. It's okay, guys. It's okay to be wrong. Is Barney a big bird or is Big Bird a Barney? Good question. Chad, Joanna's trolling? No, I'm not. Don't tell me what I'm about. You want to know the most rage-inducing thing? Unsubscribing from an email list and then still getting emails from that email list. Yo, did you see how much that person just raged out in chat? God damn, go get some fucking emotional fucking regulation, homie. God damn. Conservatives proving yet again they have no house training. Kind of embarrassing. MAGA, where you at? They're hiding. You're scared. Incorrect. Birds are dinosaurs. I'm not even gonna read that whole. I'm not even gonna read that. I'm not even gonna read that whole thing because you're wrong. First sentence already wrong. I ain't even reading that comment. Cereal is soup. Nope. Soup must be hot. I have correct takes. I'm sorry you guys don't. We beat all of MAGA yesterday. Bro, I beat all of MAGA every time I'm here. Here's how the conversation with MAGA goes. Why do you think MAGA are uneducated? Because they don't know any of Trump's policies. Well, that's not true. Can you name me a single piece of legislation he's passed through? No. I need to make a goddamn, for my topic boards, I really need to make a goddamn, gazpacho's not soup. We've been through this, guys. Gazpacho's not soup. It's gazpacho. So what's gonna happen? I need to make a flow chart of how these conversations go, because they go the same way every time. No, gazpacho is a gazpacho. Is there only one type of gazpacho, or can gazpacho be made differently? Because gazpacho is a category, not a type of soup. It's its own category. There ain't just one gazpacho recipe. That's like calling all pasta spaghetti. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes. Unequivocally, yes. Unequivocally, yes. Thank you, Joshua. Said functionally, I actually agree with Jovan on the soup thing. Gotta be hot. Thank you. All pasta is macaroni. I might disagree with that. What is a macaroni? I would say macaroni are the type of pastas that are like tubes. Whether their elbows are straight. I think that's a macaroni. I actually have to stop bring up the dinosaur bird thing with Forrest. He's starting to get legitimately angry at it. It's like me with Jimmy's 6'7" joke. It was pissing me the fuck off. Actually, Jovan, soup must be cooked. It must have been heated to the boiling point. You know what? That might make me concede. Because I might agree with that. You know what? Yo, Legally Maud has done it. Legally Maud is the first person to beat me in a debate in 2026. I agree. I changed my opinion. Soup must be cooked. I agree with you. It's not that it has to be served hot, but all soup must have been cooked. must have been brought. I agree with that 100%. We did it, Joe. This is my first loss of 2026. Uncooked soup is just juice. Wait, kind of dead ass. No. You guys aren't understanding what they mean. The whole of the concoction must be brought to a boil. I agree with this. You don't put the cereal in the milk and then boil it. Would that taste good? I mean, warm milk doesn't taste bad. But like room temperature milk does. Milk is weird. Like if milk goes hot enough, it's okay. But if it's cold, it's great. Hot is good. But lukewarm, like room temperature milk is disgusting. The ocean is juice. The ocean is an ocean. Grits aren't soup. So ramen isn't soup. Ramen's a broth. You have a broth. Broth. The fact that not a single MAGA has decided to call in yet just proves that they're scaredy pants. Scaredy pants, boo boo babies. Is chicken noodle soup not soup? Of course it's soup. Why wouldn't chicken noodle soup be soup? If we get no debates by the first hour of stream, I'm gonna play Voices of the Void. I'm just gonna fucking do it. Porridge is hot cereal. I agree, not soup. Porridge, I would consider porridge a hot cereal. Like oatmeal, I consider a type of cereal. When does broth become a soup? I don't know. I need something. Does my treat stream? Oh, it would be way off. I need to redo my treat stream so you guys can send me food when we're sitting here on these long days. Okay, we gotta change my delivery address for treat stream because this ain't right. I'm also around like so much more stuff. Yo, thank you guys for the super chats. We will read those all at the end of stream. I promise. Anybody else got any hot takes they want to hear from me? Want to hear about how much I think McChickens are spicy? Yo, Mr. Pipe Dream, thank you for the 5 gifted subs over on Twitch. JP the Beast, thank you for resubscribing for 6 months at tier 1. Venus Vicious, thank you for resubscribing for 3 months at tier 1. Yo, we need... Hold on, let me see what we were at yesterday. Oh, never mind. We hit 1K memberships over on YouTube. That's sick as fuck, bro. What should I add to treat stream? I want Waffle House. Waffle House. Waffle House. Waffle House. Which fast food place has the best fries? McDonald's. But that's because I like crispy fries. So. Here's the bigger question. Why has fast food gotten so goddamn expensive? That's a bigger fucking question, bro. Fuck you mean a single cheeseburger is like $4? Like, the fuck, bro? Hello? I just unplugged one of my monitors, I think, by accident. I gotta watch where my feet are going. Oops. I gotta make sure I'm, I gotta fucking, dude, I want a standing desk so bad. What do I have to do to get us to donate that I can buy a standing desk? I want to fucking, but I don't want, never mind. That's stupid. I want to fucking, Secret Labs. I might actually be able to get one next month. I want one. They seem so delicious. Pause. Resume. Wait a minute. What the hell? Does Treat Stream like not work anymore? That would honestly make a whole lot of sense. How much do you need for the standing desk? God, I don't know because I'm not trying to like. Don't worry about it. It'll be a me purchase at some point. Whenever I get the money for it. Problem is I'm buying a bunch of new furniture for my new house. So that's where a lot of my shit is going. So stupid too. Why do they do that? Okay, yeah, like especially because the sales aren't going right now. So if I wanted to get a Secret Labs desk, the exact desk I want, you have a pre-order item in your cart? What? I don't. Oh, this thing. Yeah. If I wanted to click order on the Secret Lab desk right now, I guess I don't need this. If I wanted to click order at this very moment to get the desk I want, plus get all the accessories I need to cable manage and everything, $1,900. Not doing it right now. Maybe one day. Looks like all MAGA are scared to debate me today. That's embarrassing for them. God damn. What an embarrassment for MAGA, truly. I know the desk is nice, and I know it's an investment, and I know I know I can also write it off at the end of the year. I probably should have gotten it last year. I know it's a business expense. It's to better my office. Like, this desk is falling apart. I have the IKEA onto Alex drawers. These Alex drawers are falling apart. They're on their last legs. This desk has been with me for like 5 years at this point. I need to just suck it up and get it at some point. Just who knows? Are the prompts small for YouTube? Is YouTube having trouble reading the prompts? Let me go to my phone and see how it looks when I look on my phone. Hey, Jovan, the caller said he's seen light in his room. What about him? Does Jovan have emergency backup ears? No, these are my third pair of ears. Oh, they're a little hard to... Well, I mean, on my phone, they're fine to read. Like, I can read them just fine. But let me think of what I could do on YouTube to make it a little better. I could make the $20 to kick a guest smaller and the catchment stuff smaller and move the call-in line stuff down, and then it would be a little easier to read. Yeah, I could always move stuff around. Oh God, where was that? Oh shit. Yeah, right here. So if I took this, move this down, took this, made this smaller, took this, moved it like here and here. Oh, it was this one. Shit, fuck. Wait, no, it wasn't. Huh? Oh, I see what I did. Okay, so now if I take this and I duplicate it and I take this, and I change the color to this, and I take this and I rewrite this to this. Let's take a look and see how that looks. I can do this. Download. Okay. Let's see if this makes it a little better. So we'll find out. Go to pictures. Go to this. And replace this one. Yes. Didn't change it. It's 15. Change. Okay. So next, what we want to do is we have topic list we can make bigger. Then we need to go into extras, which is, I need to completely redo my entire fucking vMix thing. Like, I really do. Like, golly, Jovan. So we want, that can stay, this one down. And then this one needs to move up and be made a little smaller. Okay, thoughts, comments, concerns? Might take a little bit to catch up. What do we think? Any better, YouTube? I definitely can read them easier on my phone. And I don't think the comments really get in the way too bad. Okay, we'll go with this. It's fine with me. Twitch is basically perfect. Yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't realize how small they were before. So at least now you guys can read them. I could also move, and I could also, for the YouTube specifically, so this would just be for YouTube. There is always going with, where was it? There is always doing the same background I do for when I do Calling It Now. But that would remove basically everything from the screen except me and the topics. Move call into down so there isn't a gap. Like that? Did the gap bother you that much? Someone did call but hung up. No. I mean, if somebody called, they didn't talk to the screener, or they might have. They're scared. They're always scared. Dude, please remember, in order to debate, you have to be able to present some type of factual, logical argument. And conservatives never can. It's 100% fifis. Come on now. I don't run with fifis, okay? I think Trump is doing good for the economy. Okay, what specific thing has Trump done that's shown an economic benefit? I don't know. It just got better. There you go. That's how the conversations go, dude, every time. It's literally every time. My favorite is when people say get a job. Like, my job isn't full-time content. Like, this hasn't been my job for what? How long have I been full-time now? 2020. When did I move? Because I switched to full-time when I moved. 2022? 2023? What are we at? Almost 3 years of me doing full-time content creation? It's pretty great. Not gonna lie. Pretty awesome. I'm surprised more people aren't radicalized by the tariffs. Dude, look at the prices of fucking GPUs. Fucking skyrocketing. Nvidia is literally bringing back, I think it was they're bringing back the 3090s into production because, like, literally it's just so expensive now because of tariffs. What did you do before content creation? I had a lot of different jobs, but the one I was working immediately before this, I was a sleep apnea technician. So I would, like, fit people for sleep apnea machines and, like, walk them through how to, like, medical supply, basically. Before that, I was in sales. No, before that, I was in insurance. I did, like, insurance, like medical insurance stuff. Before that, I was in sales. I worked for Google at one point. Before that, I was still in sales. Before that, I was in education. The jobs I was best at were sales and education, though. Like, goddamn, if you saw my performance reviews for my education job, glowing every single year. My fucking principal was heartbroken when I was like, yeah, I'm leaving. But I was like, bro, you guys are too far from my new home and you won't fucking give me full time because, you know, money. I should order some lunch. What do I want for lunch, chat? Specifically, I was like a 1-to-1 aide in special education. Probably food is great. Jesus Christ, that's so funny. Education was brutal because I've always worked in like special education classrooms. And I've worked at like autism centers. Dude, I have scars on my legs from working because I worked at a location that was a live-in location. So in the mornings we would have to go to the housing and get it was a high school. It was like you aged out at 18 and went to the adult program. But we had a couple like older kids that hadn't aged out yet for whatever reasons. Dude, it was brutal. I had a kid like literally bite through my jeans and draw blood. I was like, what the fuck? This job's fucking not for the faint of heart. I like would watch kids eat their own poop. There's one time, okay, this is the craziest shit. So it was a snow day because this was back in New York. So like, the kids would stay home from school. So we'd stay in the houses with the kids all day. And I worked with they put me with the older kids because like I'm a 6 foot tall man. Like they were like, we need you with the older kids, even though I'm used to young, like the age range I'm used to working with in education is like K through like 5, but they put me with the high school kids. So one time, we're in the house. It's snowing. Weird. The adults are like, some of us were cooking dinner. I think I was with the kids watching like TV at some point. And this one person's like, Jovan, get in here. I'm like, what's going on? And they were like, they pointed to one of the rooms, and one of the kids was in there like, beating his meat, but in the way that he did it. And the door was closed. It's just that they could hear him, and they know what the sound is like. And I was like, what's the issue? And they're like, he's in there masturbating. I'm like, what the hell? Who's at my front door? What the fuck? Who is that? What is going on? Oh, they're delivering something. Oh, I think my mom ordered groceries. So then they're beating his schmeat, right? And they're like, Jovan, we have to stop him. I'm like, why? They're like, what? I'm like, he's in his own room, in his home, with the door closed. I don't give a fuck what he does in there, as long as he's not making a mess. I was like, what do you mean we have to go in and stop him? Who gives a fuck? Let him go nuts if he wants to go nuts. I don't give a shit. I was like, who cares? You wouldn't go into like a non-autistic kid's room and he's meeting his meat and be like, stop that. Don't you do that. Like, what? Well, you must be fucking joking, dude. Yeah, that was a crazy job. I quit that job after like 4 months. I was like, I can't do this anymore, dude. The hours sucked. Like, it was like 5 a.m. to like 4 p.m. So they weren't the worst. Or no, 2 p.m. is when they finished school. So they weren't the worst thing. I just hate getting up early. So then I left that and I went to just a normal special ed classroom, in a school district. And that one I liked a lot. But the problem was, in a lot of schools in New York do this. I don't know about anywhere else, but a lot of schools in New York won't hire full-time aides because they don't want to pay you benefits. So they'll just hire a bunch of part-time aides. So they hired me as part-time, but I did a full-time shift every day. They always had me work extra because I would finish my shift in the morning. They'd be like, Jovan, we need you for lunch because you're like the only male aide we have and the kids listen to you. I'm like, okay. Jovan, we need you to cover this classroom with this kid for the afternoon. I'm like, okay, can I get full-time then? So I can have benefits? Like, no, we got to keep you part-time. I'm like, homie, goodbye. I was like, I can't do that. If you're going to have me working full-time hours, but I'm not labeled a full-time employee, so I don't get benefits. No, thank you. Goodbye. Y'all, I'm just going to mute the yapper in chat. I really don't give a shit. Like, he's just yapping. Call in or shut the fuck up. Goodbye. So yeah. So like, it's crazy. So I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry. I'm like, you guys are an hour. I had to drive an hour to work every day to work a 4-hour day. It's a good job. Decent pay. But fuck. Yeah, if you're just gonna yap in the chat, like, I'm just gonna mute you. Like, goodbye. Call in or shut the fuck up. Like, just proving you're scared. Most of the yappers in YouTube chat can't even fucking type. That's embarrassing. God damn. English, motherfucker, do you speak it? I mean, do we just switch to playing Voices of the Void, chat? I guess I can give more time to see if somebody decides they want to nut up and call in, but good golly, Miss Molly. No one's scared. He's just not worth my time. Okay, bye. See ya. Goodbye. Not worth your time. I'll make it easy for you. Don't be here. The fuck, dude. Any thoughts on the stuff Hexeth is doing to punish Senator Mark Kelly? I haven't actually looked at it yet. What's going on with that? Homie, I've been so focused on this fucking Maduro shit. I haven't even had a chance to. But yeah, I'm going to play Voices of the Void. Is that only available on itch or is that on Steam as well? I think it's only on itch, right? Let me go down. Hell yeah. I've heard nothing but good things about this game, TBH. Even my last night with you. I don't know the words. Yo, Adele kind of ate with that song, truly. Truly, Adele kind of ate with that one. And if even basically, Hexeth is demoting Kelly and revoking his retirement pension for his time with the Navy. Of course it is. Yeah, did you see conservatives losing their mind because of how much Biden's pension is going to be? And I'm just like, yeah, I don't really like it either that he's taking so much money as a pension. But what do you want to do? That's the pension structure. Homie's been working since he was fucking, been working since he was, since the 1970s. Of course he's gonna have a fucking big pension. Like, I get it. Like, listen. But like, what do you want to do? That's the system y'all set up. Y'all set up a pension system. If you don't want a pension system, don't do it. Let's see if I can get Nightbot to go back to timing people out on Twitch to give mods, or in YouTube to give mods a bit of a break. I don't know why it stopped doing it. Like, literally, it just stopped. Stop! Wrong. Stop! You drop my croissant. If it's my last night with you, hold me like you. Okay. If check displaying timeout. Let me see if I turn this feature off and back on. Okay. Enable it. Filter allows you to time out custom. Okay, and I have those. Good. Check display. Yes. Good. Okay. The only way to test it now would be if somebody types a slur in a chat. Oh, we're just gonna have to wait and see. We'll have to see. No, there are moderators. I just wish Nightbot was working again. Like, I just enjoyed that Nightbot was able to, like, time people out. You know, it was a very useful feature. A slur is funny. That's funny. Wait, you know what I can do? I can add a non-slur to the list of slurs and see if it does it. Let's add this. So I'll add this word and see what happens if I do it. Someone type in, wait, no, we're not gonna do that. Okay. Guys, don't actually type in slurs. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I wonder if I remove Nightbot as a moderator and then like de-add it. Can I like remove Nightbot? Settings. Connection. No connection. Disable your account. It's just weird that like all of a sudden Nightbot stopped doing it. No, like Nightbot is telling you not to use the slur, but it isn't timing you people out after the slur, right? Or has it been? Has it been doing it? Wait. Has it been doing it, but just not deleting the message after the timeout? Okay. Wait, okay, hold on. What I'm trying to figure out is is Nightbot timing you out when you use one? Am I just high and it's not? Because what it should be doing is timing you out and then removing your message, but I haven't seen the messages removed. I got an initial warning. You got a warning, but did it time you out for 5 seconds? You're supposed to then get timed out for 5 seconds. So I don't think it's actually working. The warnings are working, but it's not then timing someone out for 5 seconds. The warnings have always been working. The messages are being deleted by mods. Mods are going back and deleting those messages. Bro's trying to entrap us. You dead ass. Mijo, yeah, type a slur in the chat. Got him. I don't think you can talk about Afghanistan if you can't spell Afghanistan. Just gonna throw that out there. I think if you can't spell the country, you shouldn't talk about the country. When he said Afghanistan. The 5 second timeout is just an initial thing Nightbot does, but that's why I'm saying, like, maybe I just need to reset it. Maybe if I just redo my Nightbot. Okay, guys, stop the slur testing. Holy shit, dude. What a weird... Nightbot's not working because I just disconnected. Now I have to reconnect. How do I add Nightbot? How do I add somebody as a mod again on YouTube? Can I just do that? That's not how you do it. Fucking YouTube, dude. Oh wait, I can just go to my settings. I need my moderation settings. We got a call. We'll take it in just a second once I figure this shit out. Okay, hopefully that works. Hopefully Nightbot is back. We'll find out. Doesn't matter. Let's take our first call. Coming up to the show is William. William thinks there's not enough evidence for gender-affirming care to be a widespread solution for gender dysphoria. Let's find out. William, if you can hear me, please provide me with your age and pronouns.
Hey, this is William. I'm 28 and he, him.
Okay. And William, like you said, you don't think there's enough evidence for the benefits of gender-affirming care. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What type of evidence would you need to see?
Well, really, so first let me say, I don't really disagree with you on any of these topics. I just wanted to call. Nobody was calling, give you a debate. I'm appealing to authority on this. I look at it as there's so many countries that have either banned or restricted gender-affirming care that I'm kind of putting the onus on you on what evidence is there that it should be a widespread practice.
Well,
all these other countries seem to say that there's not enough and it should be restricted.
I'm asking you what type of evidence you would need.
Well, I'm asking you what evidence is there because these other countries have already banned it. Like I said, I'm appealing to authority on this.
Okay, but I don't know what evidence would convince you. Like, I don't know what the burden of proof you need, like to bypass that burden of proof. What type of evidence do you need? We have I have a study here. It's called Re-Identification with Birth Registered Sex in a Western Australian Pediatric Gender Clinic Cohort, which was a large cohort study that covered a period of 6 years that showed that only 1% of youth desist when given gender affirming medical care. I have the litany of studies that show the mental health significance are like benefits. I have a study that shows that after giving medical gender affirming care, trans youth suicidality decreases by 70%. I have a systemic literature review of 55 studies that show nothing but positive effects on mental health. That's why I'm saying, what type of evidence do you need?
Well, like I said, I don't really disagree. I was just calling to give some sort of content. So you're saying there is enough evidence in your mind that it should be a welcome and accepted widespread practice, regardless of what all these other
I think it should be other countries and states practice. Have. So. Yeah, I don't care what other countries do, right? We can look at the fact that Europe, for example, the UK started limiting things based off the Cass report, but the Cass report has been widely debunked, and the author of the Cass report was like, I didn't write this report, and the outline of this report was not we should ban these things, right? So I think people in power who have agendas tend to go with whatever they need for their agendas to be passed. But when I look at the actual literature, it very much shows that gender affirming care is a safe and ethical treatment. Jesus Christ, I wasn't trying to say efficacy. I was trying to say ethical. A safe and ethical treatment for children with gender dysphoria who need medical affirming care.
Okay, so you're saying perhaps all of these countries and different states that have banned it have done so possibly based on like a political agenda, not necessarily based off of evidence.
Yeah, 100%.
Even in these countries that lean more left and typically have more progressive policies, like Finland, Denmark, Norway, France.
Yeah, no, I most of those countries haven't banned it. They just moved to a clinical model.
Yeah,
Like you can still
what I'm
receive
reading
it.
is they've restricted use.
Yes, they've moved to a clinical model. Yeah.
Okay. Well, fill me out on that. What's clinical model versus what?
So right now in countries like I think Sweden is one of them or whatever, they're just now giving them in a way where they're also like doing widespread tests, or not tests, doing widespread studies when they do it. Like when you get it, you're on a research basis. So they're giving you gender affirming care, but they're still doing it research wise. They haven't like outwardly banned it. But again, like I said, the evidence is pretty clear in the literature that gender affirming care is beneficial and that the benefits very clearly outweigh the risks.
Okay. And you're confident in like long-term studies on this as well?
Yeah, I mean, we have 50-year longitudinal studies on the benefits of the benefits and the regret rates of people who undergo gender affirming care.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't necessarily agree. I just want the best, whatever thing is going to help people with gender dysphoria or that issue. What are your thoughts on this? Before trying gender affirming care, should, let's say, sex affirming therapy be attempted first?
What is sex affirming therapy?
Instead of trying to affirm the individual's gender, first we try to affirm their sex. So, like, I guess it would just be
no, that's conversion
therapeutic
therapy.
practices to try and say, hey, maybe you are, if it's a biological boy, for instance, hey,
No,
you are a boy, try that first.
That would be conversion therapy, and we know for a fact that doesn't work.
Well, why would that be conversion?
Because you're trying to convert them to the gender you want them to be, not the gender that they are.
Okay, but gender affirming care is also conversion. You're trying to convert them to the, I guess, sex you want them to be.
Nope. Gender affirming care. No, gender affirming care is about matching the phenotypic expression of their sex with the gender identity that they have. It's not about forcing them to be something they aren't. It's about allowing them to be what they are. Whereas conversion therapy, it'd be the same thing if you said to somebody who's gay, like, hey, why don't you just try being straight? It's the same thing. Because they're not.
Well, being gay doesn't end up resulting in medical treatments or surgeries. But what you described, gender affirming care is changing their sexual phenotypes or whatever to try and match their gender. That still just sounds like conversion to me.
What are they converting?
It sounds like you are trying to convert elements of their biological sex to match their gender.
Conversion therapy is about making someone be something you want them to be, not what they are. So you want them to be a boy.
I guess they would be trying to change their sex to be what they want it to be.
Yes, but they can do that because that's them. You are a third party. You don't have a say in what they are. They have the say in what they are. And you're saying, I hear what you're telling me. I hear you saying that you are a girl, and I hear you telling me all these things, but no, I'm going to force you to be a boy and try that instead.
Oh, I wouldn't try and say that therapy should be like a force practice, but I think perhaps trying to get them to accept what sex they are before doing
most trans people
like medication or surgery.
Most trans people have accepted their birth assigned sex. Most trans people have no problem.
Well, we're talking about children, right? Like, yes, if you're an adult, whatever. I think you should be able to do whatever. But children are often confused and need help figuring things out.
What evidence do we have that children who undergo gender affirming care are confused?
Well, there's a percentage of those children that regret
3%
going through that later on, right?
3%. And actually,
3%.
if we want to get even further, when it comes to detransition in youth, 1%.
1%.
Correct.
Okay, that's hard for me to believe.
Do you have any
Okay.
empirical evidence that states otherwise? Because I have studies that state this, that like have actually done the legwork. You said you want to go with authority. This is what the
No, I said I'll believe you.
saying.
I said I'll just take what you're saying with faith.
Yeah, so if only 1% of them are desisting, like what would the issue be then? What that would show me that these kids are this thing. They're not lying. They're not being manipulated. They are what they say they are.
Well, from my understanding, the kids do go through quite a bit of therapy before they're even put on gender affirming care.
You have 6 months in order to be diagnosed gender dysphoric for insurance purposes. You have like 6 months of therapy so that you can get the diagnosis, but it's not therapy of going, hey, you're actually a boy. That's not what the therapy is.
Well, what statistics do we have from those therapies where, like, I don't know, the kids going through the therapy and they drop out and they don't actually end up going with gender affirming care? Like taking medicine, beauty blockers, etc.
That would be the desistance cases.
Okay.
So, for instance, this study, which is the largest cohort study we have on desistance, 552 youths received gender clinic referrals. It followed them through their transition for 6 years, from 2014 to 2020. 93.1% of people who desisted, which was only 27 people in general. So, of that 552, only 27 desisted. They did it before they were prescribed any drugs or hormones or of any kind. So through the gender clinic, they realized, oh, I'm not actually trans, so I don't need these, so I'm going to desist. That was only 27 out of 552 people. So whatever percentage that is, 27 out of, whatever it is.
But, well, right there, that suggests that, yeah, there are kids that are confused and they don't know, right? And my suggestion is sex-affirming care perhaps should be tried first because it doesn't require things like puberty blockers.
This is 5%, 4.89%. Only 5% of kids may be, because it's not even saying that these kids are desisting to be, the gender they were before. Well, it's just that they're not trans. They could, or they're not trans in the point where they could be trans non-binary. They could be gender non-conforming. They just are no longer the identity that they said they were when they started the clinical referrals. But that's 5%.
Yes.
So you're saying because 5% of them might be quote unquote confused, we have to limit this for 95% of them.
Well, what do you mean limit? I'm not saying that gender affirming care should be banned or anything like that. I'm just saying perhaps sex affirming care should be tried first because it doesn't require any sort of medical intervention like surgeries or medicines.
How would you sex affirming care a trans person? So let's say a trans girl comes in, sex affirming care. What do you say to them? She comes in.
Well, I'm not a therapist. Like it would be
telling them they're not. It would be telling them they're not trans, which is conversion therapy.
Well, that's not how therapy typically works. Usually, therapy is where the therapist is like asking you questions to help you understand yourself better.
Yeah, but how do you ask questions that will affirm their sex?
Well, I'm not a therapist, so I'm just saying I think the therapy should
if you're going to have an opinion on this, you need to have this thought out. If you're going to say, well, we should do it where their sex is affirmed, not their gender, you need to have a thought out position on this.
Well, it sounds like there already is a therapeutic process before they can go through gender affirming care, as you were talking about.
Yes, but the therapeutic process is not one where they're affirming one thing or the other, right? They're not telling the kids what they are. The kids are telling the therapists what they are. And the therapists are listening and deciding whether or not the kids meet the criteria for gender dysphoria.
Okay.
Therapist doesn't tell
Can you tell me a little bit about what that criteria is?
They need to have, for youth to be diagnosed with gender dysphoria for like medical stuff, they need to have 6 months of therapy where they show consistence, insistence, and persistence on their gender identity. So 6 months of
Okay.
basically, this is who I am with no real large flopping or faltering. And then when they show that, they can get diagnosed with gender dysphoria.
Okay. Well, I mean, perhaps they're already doing what I think should be done. Maybe my point is no. But you think that therapeutic 6-month process, that should continue, right?
I think it should probably be less. We're leaving a lot of kids behind who aren't able to get access when they need it. But right now, as standards of care, I'm fine with it.
Okay, so you think it should be less because perhaps some of the kids can't afford the therapy or something like that?
I just think there are people who need to get access to these things a little bit quicker, and they're not able to. And we've seen this in studies where we've looked at people who get access to gender-affirming medical intervention sooner, and they have better mental health outcomes than those who had to wait.
Sure, that makes sense, but you would agree that that process is important because even if, that study you cited, there was 27 people, whatever, dropped out. That may be 5%, but if, let's say tens of thousands of people are going through this, that's, 5% ends up being thousands of people that perhaps if they went through the full 6 months, they would have dropped out as well before they took, like permanent life-altering medications or surgeries or anything like that. Right.
Sorry, say that again.
So I'm saying you would agree that the therapeutic process before they go through gender affirming care is important because even if only 5% of the people drop out, if tens of thousands of people are going through this, like if it's a widespread practice, that's still thousands of people. So it would be important for them to go through the therapy before they decide to go through gender affirming care, right? You would agree?
The 6 months of therapy or counseling is just to get a diagnosis of gender dysphoria. It's just how they're if a parent has money and their kid wants it and they don't go through insurance, they can do whatever the hell they want. It is quite literally just to get a diagnosis code.
Yeah, but you said it's required for them to go through the 6 months to get the diagnosis, right?
Yes, that's if you want to get gender affirming medical care through insurance. Typically, insurance requires a diagnosis code. In order to get that diagnosis code, you go through this to get diagnosed. I don't necessarily think 6 months is needed, but I'm totally fine with this being the standard of care.
Okay, but so you're saying that's just to go through the insurance. If say a wealthy parent wanted to just pay for it outright, they can go ahead and do that?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I guess my pushback was I think the 6-month therapeutic process should be required.
But it's not required to tell you that you're trans. It's just required to tell you if you have gender dysphoria, like diagnosable gender dysphoria, which is a severe form of gender dysphoria.
I think it should be required to be able to go through gender affirming care, including like prescriptions or surgeries.
You don't need a diagnosis code if you're not going through insurance.
I think you should, is what I'm saying.
How would that work?
You should have to go through the therapy.
How would that work?
To get the prescriptions.
How would that work? You can pay for any drug outright.
You're forced to prove that you've gone through.
How would that work in our medical system? How would that work in our medical system? That doesn't make sense.
I'm telling you right now.
But that doesn't make sense in the way.
Give out medicines willy-nilly. I'm telling you right now.
If you're buying something outright, you don't need an insurance code. You don't need a diagnosis code because you're not going through insurance. A diagnosis code is just so insurance can I go to the doctor and request any drugs and just buy it and they give it to me? A lot of them, yeah.
No. Yeah. I cannot go to the doctor and say, "Hey, give me some."
Wait. You're missing. You're not understanding. You're not understanding this. You're not understanding this.
Okay, what am I not understanding?
If I go to the doctor, and the doctor says, "Hey, you're sick. We need to give you this medicine," and I go, "Okay, how do I get this medicine?" Well, we have to get it approved through insurance, so I have to go through all of these lists to diagnose you. So we have to go through all of these things to diagnose you. Otherwise, insurance won't approve it. If I say, "Doc, I'll just buy that medicine out of pocket," the doctor will say, "Oh, okay, cool. Here's the script. Go fulfill it."
Yeah, but you said it yourself. The doctor is diagnosing you, saying, "Hey, you're sick." Now,
you're not getting
here's the medicine.
Wait, but you're not getting a diagnosis code. You're not getting an official diagnosis code. So if a doctor says to a parent, hey, your child, we should probably put your child on gender affirming care. Like we should do some type of medical intervention. You don't need to go to a therapist then to get approved for that. The doctor can just prescribe you. Therapists don't prescribe drugs.
No, what I'm saying is I think they should be required to go through a therapist or maybe a psychiatrist who can prescribe drugs
I think that's ridiculous.
before they can get the... Sorry, what?
I said I just think that's a little ridiculous.
Okay, I mean, that's fine. I just disagree. I think the 6 months is important because, as you stated, there are people that drop out through that 6 month process.
A better way to do this is to just better educate kids on gender stuff ahead of time. Right? Have them understand. A lot of kids don't know that there are options for them other than just like being trans. A lot of them don't know what gender nonconforming is, or what trans non-binary is, or what.
So they're confused about things.
So just
which I said earlier.
I wouldn't say they're confused. They just don't know these options exist for them. So just like educate them in like a scholastic setting about gender, so then they'll understand this better.
Yeah, I mean, I can get behind that. I still would like to see the therapeutic process first. I think it's just important to make sure before you start like puberty blockers or something like that, that perhaps a psychiatrist, because as you stated, like a therapist can't prescribe things, a psychiatrist can. I think it would be important that the kid goes through some sort of psychiatric help to make sure, they really need what they're trying to get, the gender affirming care, before it happens. So I guess that's our disagreement, right? You don't think the 6 month therapy is necessary, or perhaps it's too long?
I think it is too long, and for a lot of kids, it's a barrier to entry that fucks with them. That like makes it harder and more difficult for them to actually receive what they need. And then we risk suicidality and comorbidities such as anxiety, depression, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay. Do you think comorbidities? Do you think those comorbidities could be causing their gender dysphoria, or is it the other way around, where their gender dysphoria is causing the... Okay.
And that's the American Psychological Association has already said gender dysphoria is not linked to being caused by any sort of mental illness. Just like, and so neither is gender incongruence. It's not linked to being caused by any sort of mental illness, mental whatever. It's not linked to any of that.
Okay, but is there evidence that the other comorbidities are caused by gender dysphoria?
Yes, the American Psychological Association acknowledges that gender dysphoria can cause comorbidities because the immense amount of stress gender dysphoria induces. That stress can then can be a direct causality to other comorbidities.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I've said everything I wanted to say on that topic. I don't know what else to say. I think our only disagreement is the therapeutic process.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in then.
All right, then. Well, thank you.
All right. Winnie is screening another call. If that call has somebody that wants to debate, we'll do it. If not, we're going to move to Voices of the Void, which, not as many debates today, but it's fine. I'll be on with Lux later, so I'm sure we'll get some stuff later today. Yeah. Oh, what the hell? Oh, it's still doing that. Okay. Oh, something bad had happened. Okay, chat, can we relax? There's no reason to like go hard against him for calling in. Like calm down, y'all. Has the massage therapist come back again? Not since the other day. Darius, thank you for the Venmo. Said the Drug Regiment Center at University of Utah's College of Pharmacy released a 1K page report last year, proving beyond doing that gender-affirming care for minors is essential. Report is on Utah State Legislature's website. What report is that? I don't think I've seen that report yet. Also, it looks like Nightbot is doing its job again. So W Nightbot for working again. I missed the do your homework guy. You missed J-Man? Yikes. I just think, and I would say to William, I just think that like that sex affirming care take is pretty conversion therapy. So maybe like get rid of that take. All right, I gotta pee real quick. Be right back. Alright, I don't know how I did it, but I fucked my leg up. Or not my leg. I fucked my foot up. Ow. Okay, I guess we'll take this next call. All right, next up we have Indigo. Indigo doesn't think gender affirming care or thinks that mental health care should be prioritized over medical intervention. So let's just see what they have to say. Indigo, if you can hear me, please provide me your age and pronouns.
Hi, 43.
Okay. And you think, I'm sorry, I'm a little confused by what your stance is on gender affirming care. Could you just let me know what your stance is?
Well, I'm a little scared. I haven't done a live call before. I'm calling in because I lost my mom to suicide about 3 years ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
We were in the process of transitioning. So I grew up in a rainbow family. My mom came out as lesbian in the 90s when it wasn't cool, and you kind of had to hide in the closet still. And in 2021, she came out to me as wanting to transition. And so my stance after, and I'm not here to be argumentative with anybody, but I think we really need medical care centered for trans people by trans doctors. Like, we have different doctor associations that are osteopathic or chiropractic associations. Like, we really need a national association for trans care to set the standard, because it was really easy for my mom to go to the local doctor.
Well, it's not national, it's
and
worldwide.
say, hey, I want to transition and get testosterone, and he just prescribed it, but there were so many other factors underlying, like family depression, deep clinical depression, alcoholism. And my mom, did a therapy, mental health therapy and marital therapy with my father, which was very abusive to her when we were young. And the therapist essentially took, my dad's side and put most of the blame on my mom. But the point is that she was totally turned off to mental health, and I think having mental health protocol in place is actually helpful.
So just
and
really
I don't
quickly,
think it's unheard of either.
Just really quickly, Indigo, we do have a standard. We have the W path, so it's not like a national standard. We have like a standard set, like on a world basis. The W path is the World Professional Association for Transgender Health, and they've set a standard that we currently follow. That's where we get the 6-month therapy rule for youth and whatnot. I would say, honestly, based on the start of the call, if you could call back tonight when Lux is here, I think Lux would be better able to handle this call, if that makes sense, being that Lux is a trans person. Especially if we're centering it around the care in that way. Okay. Well, Thursday. This is live right now, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Hold on. Thursday, let me see who's on Takis to this week. Takis over on the line, the Transatlantic Call-In show. That's a show hosted by 2 trans hosts. Lux will be on that as well. I think Takis would be your better bet. Takis goes up 2 p.m. CST, so that would be 3 p.m. EST. That might actually be the better show to call for this. Like I can give you all of the studies that we have currently that shows that pubertal medical interventions do benefit mental health, but it sounds like it would be a lot better for you to talk to people that have experienced these things or people with a bit more firsthand knowledge than it would be to talk to me about them.
Calling in to kind of share the one and just my perspective, and my one experience. I can't speak for everyone, but
no, of course, and that's why that's why it might be better, because Takis doesn't just do debates; like they also take people who are calling to talk about these things and whatnot.
Okay, well, thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
The show in the chat box down yonder. Take care. Bye.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. Yeah, there's not much I can like your personal experience. I can only speak from the academic side. I think that it's much better to have Lux or I know they have Josie. They can speak from a different side than I can. I can only come at it from the academic side. I mean, currently that's the last call. Nobody else is calling in today. Like everybody, this is why I say YouTube, stop debating people in the comments, because you're giving them the debate they need and then they don't call in. Just ignore them. If they're in the comments spouting off nonsense, literally just ignore them. You could tell them call in if you want, but yeah, I think that's how I'll start framing it for people. Like when it comes to debates on like gender and sex, I can talk the academic side all day. I can't talk the experience side. It's just not, I don't experience it. I'm not trans. I got nothing for you on that. I will always defer to trans people on the experience side. Now I can tell you, like, based on like, for instance, the National Trans Survey and the way trans people collectively answered questions, like what it seems that they feel on certain topics, but they're not a monolith, so. Dude, I was on a hike the other day and I was really debating, like, yo, I should really get an IRL stream kit and take you guys with me when I go out on like the trails out here in Florida. Because there literally is, in my opinion, there's like a 4-month period where you can hike the trails here and it's nice. As soon as that 4 months is done, I ain't fucking walking outside. As soon as that 4-month period is done, bro, I'm like, all right, that's it. It is too fucking hot up in this bitch. I ain't hiking no trail in mid-September in Florida. Get it here. True. Faith is not a good enough reason to believe in Christianity. True. So true. Not at all. Faith isn't really a good enough reason to believe in anything mystical. Like, that's why I don't really vibe with spirituality. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in the afterlife. Like, I don't believe in things based off of just faith. I need some kind of tangible evidence, something compelling. Y'all watch out. I'll become one of those Disney streamers who be talking into their cameras while they walk around Disney all day. They annoy the shit out of me, not gonna lie. When I be in line for a ride, I hear somebody, yeah, chat, now we're gonna get in line for this. I'm like, homie, shut up. There's only one more. There is one. Okay. There is one more annoying group of people at Disney. I don't think Disney adults are that bad. I don't mind Disney adults. I do think it's weird when adults get all excited to meet the characters, because I'm like, you know, there's a person in that suit. You're just hugging some random college kid. So that I think is kind of weird. I think it's okay if you got a kid and you're like, oh, look, son, it's Mickey Mouse. I own 2 lightsabers. Couldn't tell you where they are right now, though. One of them is right there. I don't know where I put the other one. I thought it was on my desk. Where the fuck? What did I do with it? Wait, what the fuck? One of them is behind me. See it right there behind Midoriya? I don't know what I did with the other one. So like, but like, I don't care about a Disney adult. You know, I don't care about a Disney adult. What I do hate is very specific, and it's the pre-show of the Guardians of the Galaxy ride where Terry Crews is talking about Epcot, and he's like, what do they call themselves? And people yell out, day drinkers, alcoholics. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You're not funny. You're not funny. We've heard it 1,000 times. Just shut up. It's the same thing. The same thing is the other one is the pre-show for Haunted Mansion, or Yeah, Haunted Mansion. Why do I feel like I said the name wrong? Pre-show for the Haunted Mansion. When it does the like, oh, the elevator dropping and the lights go out and someone screams at the top of their lungs, I'm like, go fuck yourself. You're a terrible person. You're a bad human. Shut up. I'm straight up just like, shut the fuck up. God damn. Like, you're annoying. You annoy me. Hardcore. The Pentagon greenlit $8.6 billion for Boeing to build more F-15 fighter jets for Israel. Congratulations, Israel. Fucking apartheiders. God doesn't exist. True. No. Trust me, I've been on the ride enough times. I know the difference between the pre-recorded scream and someone standing next to me who screams at the top of their lungs. I know the difference. Oh, the call timer's still going? Whoops. Maybe tomorrow I'll do a whole Christianity board again. I do like arguing with the Christians about their made up religion. Oh, I never ordered myself lunch, bro. It's my favorite ride at Disney, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Disney's best ride they've ever made. What do I want? For lunch, what do I want? God damn. Who's the best Digimon? Omnimon. Damn, my stomach is growling. Never debate Muslims. Too scared for that? I would have the same critiques that I do about any god or a Muslim god. It'd be the same critiques. But I've not read the Quran, so why would I debate something I haven't read? Like, what? That sounds smart to you? Or does that sound stupid? That sounds stupid. You desire a fish fry? Absolutely, I do not. I kind of want Subway, not gonna lie. Waffle House only delivers after 9 p.m. Kind of want Subway. Yeah, I want Subway. Best Pokemon gym leader, Sabrina. I'm gonna get a meatball sub on toasted Italian bread. Some Parmesan. Does Subway have good drinks? What does Subway have to drink? Yo, Subway has breakfast? Since when? We got a call. Oh, never mind. We had a call. They hung up. I would have answered it after I was done ordering my lunch. I'll get a lemonade with it. And I want a sweet treat. Done. All right, should we go play Voices of the Void? I don't know. We're still waiting for a call. Maybe. I wasn't as inflammatory today. That's what usually gets in the calls when I talk shit about MAGA, but I'm too tired to talk shit. What's your opinion about content creators like Dean Withers? I feel like Dean... I know Dean. I used to... Like, me and Dean have spoken before. We've been on panels before. Back when he, like, first started. I just feel like Dean's a little too milquetoast for me. He always seems scared. Not scared. That's not the word I want to use. Because I don't want to be a dick. I don't think Dean's like a bad kid. I just feel like he tries too hard to always be PC. Does that make sense? Like, I'll say some outlandish shit because I don't give a fuck. I feel like Dean tries very hard to always be saying the right thing. And it sometimes doesn't feel like he's doing it to be right, but more so his chat doesn't get mad at him. I don't know. I think he does fine work. It's just like, this is a critique I have about any debaters. I feel like one topic debaters bore me. Diversify. Let's talk about something different. Why does the topic have to be the same topic every time? I think Parker's fine. I actually think I might prefer Dean's debate style to Parker's. Dean was crying when Charlie Kirk died. Listen, yeah, but like he knew him. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't. I wasn't shedding a tear. I don't know if I call them grifters because they don't. Santana's chill. They don't try to, like, to my knowledge, Parker and Dean have never said, I'm raising money for X, and then that money didn't go to X, to my knowledge. If that has happened, then I would say, yeah, that's grifting. I believe Parker and Dean have the values that they debate about. I mean, they're both liberals, which I don't fuck with, but yeah, I believe that they have the values that they actually debate about. Also, something that I don't like, and this is just format wise, I wish they wouldn't I wish they wouldn't thank their donations mid-debate. But that's just me. There's a reason why I'll do this. I will do this when I see somebody send something. But I'm not gonna address your donation until after the debate is done. I'm sorry, I'm gonna focus on the debate. They do it to trigger people. Yeah, I mean, I just don't see the point of rage baiting mid-debate. But I don't know that I would call them grifters. Because I believe they believe in what they're talking about. Parker's reaction to the Kirk thing makes more sense to me than Dean's. Parker was there. Parker was staring Charlie Kirk in the face when that nigga went down. It's like when there was one time where I was raising money to get, I was raising money to move. And people were like, Jovan, why are you grifting? I'm like, what are you talking about? They were like, you're raising money to move. I'm like, what's grifting about that? People know what the money's going towards. Where's the grift? I asked Dean to debate about communism a long time ago, and he was like, I don't debate economics. And I was like, that's not fucking true, but okay. I'm not a big fan of the way TikTok debates have gone anyway in the past couple of years. That's why my debates, when I post my debate clips, you're just getting the debate. You get the start of the call up until the call ends. And I don't do any cuts, no edits, except for the Pauly one got an edit. I might eventually do it where I don't know. Because I post 3 videos a day, having to edit in sources into all of that is just a mountain of work I don't want to have to do. I don't even care if you're raising money for selfish reasons, you know? I don't give a fuck. I could care less if you do that. If you're like, hey, I'm raising money to take myself to Disney, go nuts. Raise that fucking money, bro. Hey, I'm raising money. If people know what they're paying for and they pay it, you're not grifting at that point. The thing that I do want to keep saying to you guys is if you do not have the money, don't send it. Don't make me read a Venmo that goes, this is all I have. Keep it. I'm not that important. There's a reason I turned ads off of Twitch because I was just like, I have enough revenue from my other streams. I don't need the revenue of ads on Twitch. So you can come to Twitch and watch ad free. I also I don't know that I'm going to even be posting TikTok clips once Oracle takes over. I haven't decided yet. I don't fault anyone that still needs to use TikTok once Oracle takes over because it's their source of income. It's not a big source of my income. So I don't know that I'm going to even keep using Twitch or TikTok once Oracle takes it. I don't know. Yeah, I have to redo my source document. It's just such a daunting task. And so every time I sit to do it, I'm just like, fuck, dude, this is so much. So I haven't done it. You ever talk to Destiny? I don't know what about. I don't really have any opinions on the man whatsoever. I just want to know where I'm going to go once once TikTok goes to Oracle? I don't know. That's the thing. I have no fucking idea, dude. I just don't know. Like, the Oracle shit is crazy. Like, literally, Donald Trump gave control over TikTok to fucking Israel, and it's crazy. Why? Because MAGA is scared. Dude, MAGA is scared. Here's the thing. I have thousands of videos showing that MAGA does not research shit. They know this. That's why they don't come here to debate. And when they do, they get embarrassed every single time. Bring back Vine? True, bro. Fuck. Yo, that's base as fuck, dog. Bring back Vine? God damn. Shit. I fuck with that. Not wanting to give you free content has nothing to do with fear. Let's admit it. You're afraid, bro. You're terrified. You're fucking shaking in your boots. You're absolutely, this is why you've come back on multiple accounts. You're afraid. You are fucking shitting yourself. You're like, I don't know how I would debate him. I don't know. I can't name a single good thing Donald Trump has done. I'm scaredy pants. Shut the fuck up. Imagine creating a whole nother channel just so you can get muted a second time in my chat. That's so funny. Me personally, I don't fuck with that. Oh shit, my food's on the way. Oh shit. At some point I have to leave because I gotta take another nap. I gotta take a nap today if I'm gonna be on with Lux at 9:30. How the fuck I'm gonna survive that shit, bro? Sleep stream? No thanks. I used to do subathons. I don't have the fucking energy for that shit. Oh, we're getting MAGA calling in right now, y'all. Let's see if they're able to handle this shit. What would you tell Donald Trump if he debated you? To provide one shred of evidence for the shit he says. One shred of evidence that isn't just you saying it. You crusty old fuck. What you getting food-wise today? I got a Subway. I love pub subs, but yo, fucking motherfuckers never have fresh bread. That shit is always stale, dude. It's happening at 9:30. I'm gonna be on with Lux. We will be debating on Jimmy's channel and my channel. Yeah, if y'all don't want to deal with the MAGAs, just come to Twitch. Hey, thank you for the super chat. I'll read all super chats at the end of stream. Thank you so much for the super chat. Also, remember, guys, I won't be here for a week. Next week, I leave for Texas on the 15th. I'll be gone till the 22nd. I may be able to stream from Jimmy's place, but I'll be gone. So if I do stream, It'll be from Texas. Ugh. Jesus Christ. Wow, like, homie, go fucking suck the void. God damn. It's all right, guys. I send them to the void. Yeah, I'm gonna go visit Jimmy in Luthien, and I'm gonna visit Arden and Matt and hang out with them for a week. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about doing a Jovan the Streets while I'm in Texas and trying to find some conservatives out in public. I will absolutely try some Texas barbecue if they have mac and cheese as a side dish. Dude, I can't handle food challenges. I can't eat like I used to. I get full dumb quick. All right, let's take the next call. Coming up next is Jonathan. Jonathan wants to talk about Donald Trump and does not think Donald Trump is a terrible president. So let's find out. Jonathan, if you can hear me, please provide me with your age and pronouns.
Hey, my name is Jonathan. I'm 24, and I guess I go by he.
Okay. Now, Jonathan, you do not think Trump is a terrible president. Is that correct?
Nah.
Okay, why not?
Okay.
What good things do you attribute to Trump?
What he did in Venezuela, that was a good thing it's a good thing for the U.S. economy. It's a good thing for the Venezuelan economy.
How is it going to be good for the Venezuelan economy?
Because now you ain't got a dictator as a president killing their own people.
I asked how it's good
now
for
they
the
can
economy.
probably see. No, they're going to see the money from the oil.
No, they won't. Who's taking control? Who's taking control of their oil production?
We are, but they're going to see the money.
They're going to see the money when we're taking. Let me ask you a question. Does this seem at all to you? I don't know, like a repeat of something that's happened in American history?
Shit, it could be.
Okay. So, like, has there been another country that we've gone into where we've toppled a leader and then claimed we were helping the country and then took a bunch of oil?
Have that happen? But, I mean, there's a lot of things that happened in the past.
Has that... Okay, I'm just asking.
Like,
has there been a country where we've come in, toppled the leader, and then we entered that country and took control of their oil production?
yeah, but what does that have to do with today?
Does it seem like we might be doing that again? When we did this before, did that country benefit economically?
Honestly, I cannot speak on the situation because I'm young, and when that happened, I was little. I don't know too much about that.
All right, no problem. No problem. I'll let you know because I was alive then. They did not benefit economically from us taking their oil.
Well, yeah. I'm
Do you
talking
think
about
Venezuelan people should be in charge of their oil production?
Yeah, but they also stole oil. They stole
They stole
American
oil
companies.
that comes from them. They stole their own oil.
When we invest into your country and then you fucking take the infrastructure from the companies, fucking yeah, you stole.
Sorry, does a foreign nation not have the right to like revoke a contract and say we no longer want to work with you companies? We would rather do it ourselves.
Yeah, but you should have paid back at least what they put into it. I mean, that's kind of you can agree that that's messed up.
Wait. I agree. I do agree. Right? If you have a contract and you break it, you should pay it back. There was do you know there was a lawsuit Like Chevron filed a lawsuit against Venezuela, and Venezuela has to pay Chevron back. It was $1 billion. I agree they should get that $1 billion. I think the lawsuit had just concluded. I don't think they had a chance to pay them back. Let me double check.
I mean, I heard, from what I've heard, there's been a lawsuit from back in the day when they first did it, when, Chavez, wherever you know what I'm talking about? The Chavez dude?
Sure, but let's just the lawsuit goes through. They owe, I actually don't know if it was a lawsuit, if it was just like international courts affirmed. Let's say they owe them $1 billion in oil. That doesn't mean Chevron gets access to the oil again. Or not $1 billion in oil, just like $1 billion. That doesn't mean Chevron now has no legal claim to the oil. They just have a claim to the money that Venezuela owes them.
But Venezuela didn't pay up.
So
they didn't pay. It was other, I don't know what you call them, contractors that had business in Venezuela, and they just took away all the infrastructure and didn't pay up when they got sued.
Yeah. By the way, it was Exxon. Exxon was awarded this in 2023. Was when they were awarded that. So, I'm sorry, 2014 is when they were awarded the 1.6 million. Venezuela then challenged that in court. The proceedings were ongoing in 2018. 2023, they were awarded a smaller reimbursement. And then 2025, U.S. courts were trying to enforce it. So Venezuela has been ongoing, so they haven't had a chance to pay them back yet because the lawsuit's been ongoing.
I'm talking about the previous lawsuits with
this is the
Chavez,
lawsuit.
with the other American
No, this is
companies.
the lawsuit. This is the lawsuit. Chevron, I'm sorry, Exxon. Exxon was owed $1.4 billion from Venezuela. Exxon is who Trump is putting in charge of their oil currently.
No, you have the Chevron one, and it was a few other. I think it was at least 3 other U.S. companies that was owed money that they did not pay.
So you believe what we should do then, because those countries didn't pay, we should instead go into those countries, bomb those countries, kill civilians, kidnap their president in the middle of the night, bring him to the United States, and prop him up on charges for drug trafficking, and then say, well, we're just going to take the oil now. Yes, civilians were killed in that operation, yes.
I mean, I don't know if that's true.
I think the number's up to 40 currently. I think it's up to 40.
But I don't, just for that, it was other things too, like fucking, he was treating his people like shit anyway. And then he's a drug trafficker. It had nothing to do with the way he treated his people. But also, he was a drug trafficker. Trump doesn't care about Trump. No, homie. The only reason we went in is for oil. Trump has admitted this, right? He doesn't care about drug traffickers. Do you know who Juan Orlando Hernandez is? I mean, he does care about
no, he doesn't.
Traffickers.
No, he doesn't.
Just because he freed a guy.
He freed someone that trafficked 400 tons of cocaine into the United States.
Yeah, do we know the behind the scenes on that? Like why he was free? Maybe it could have been for...
He was freed because Donald Trump was trying to get somebody in his political camp elected in Honduras. So he freed him as a sign of good faith so that the people of Honduras would go and vote for the person in his camp. Like, let's just be like,
he did it for leverage.
Yes. Why would he free him? Why did he free the guy who was running Silk Road, which is responsible for like so many fentanyl overdoses in the United States? Why did
he
Trump
did it for leverage.
Trump sells his pardons. He doesn't care if you're a drug trafficker, as long as you're a drug trafficker for him.
For him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not selling drugs for Trump, but he used them for leverage, I guess. But like every president does that.
Does that make it okay?
No, it's not okay.
No, okay.
But every president does it.
Then Trump is not doing a good job as president. He's doing something bad.
I mean, every president does the bad things.
What happens?
Okay. Can you say?
And now
can you say one thing good that Trump did?
He passed a bill in his first term to help maintain coral reefs. I think that was okay. Other than that, can't really name anything good that he passed through.
So that big, beautiful bill,
Terrible.
You don't think that was a good one?
No, I don't think removing SNAP benefits from people is good. I don't think letting subsidies lapse for Medicaid is good. I don't think these are good or for insurance premiums are good. I don't think I don't think giving tax breaks to the people on the top, I don't think that's good. No. And the big beautiful bill is a joke.
So you think that, because I don't think people should have SNAP that don't need it, because you have people that can go to work that's on SNAP that should not have it.
Most SNAP recipients are working. SNAP is supplemental.
Yeah, they could be working,
No,
but they can work
are.
harder. What about?
No, they are.
They can just work harder.
No, they are. They are working currently.
Everyone's on SNAP is working.
70% of recipients of SNAP are working full-time jobs. Their jobs don't pay them enough to afford groceries.
Okay,
70%.
if your job don't pay you enough, then you should just get another job.
Wow, that's super easy, right? Just get another job? I can't believe they never thought of that.
Yeah. I would never work for $11
What do they do?
an hour.
What do they do?
Would
I never work for what?
Would you work for $11 an hour?
Some people don't have an option. They have to take whatever job is available to them because they don't have work.
Okay, I mean, I'm 24 years old.
That's why
I don't live at home. I moved out when I was 18.
Yeah, and I hope you never get into an instance where you're houseless and then you realize how actually difficult the job market is.
Oh, I've been houseless. I moved from a state to another state and was homeless for like a month for a job. It was a good paying job.
Where were you living? Where were you living? Where were you living?
I was in Nevada.
No, where were you living?
And I moved to. Yeah, you talking about where I was living?
Where did you sleep at night?
Did I sleep at night? Yeah, I slept in the car.
What does a homeless what does a houseless person do who doesn't own a car? What should they do? Sleep on the street?
Yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. At the end of the day, I mean,
Or
if you don't have
how
a car,
about
I would say
just save up for a car. Oh, why didn't they think of that? Why didn't they think of just save up for a car? I'm sure the minimal money that they have that puts food in their mouth, we should instead use it. Let me use that for a car. Let me ask you a question. What do you think the average American earns in, like, give me a city?
The average. I mean, I know the average American earns like $50,000 a year or something like that, 50, 40,000. But if you are homeless, 9 times out of 10, that's your fault. Like, can we agree on that?
What are you basing this off of?
What am I basing? What if you're homeless? If it's your fault?
Yeah, what are you basing this off of?
I mean, dude, anyone can get a fucking job.
What are you I'm sorry, the job market is not that good right now. What are you basing this off of? That if they're homeless, it's their problem. It's their fault. What are you basing this off of?
I'm basing this off of myself and how I lived. And
that's called survivorship bias.
Other people.
Do you know what survivorship bias is?
And seeing other people. Okay, so should we start going up to homeless people on the street and asking them, why are you homeless?
We do that. We have done that.
And what is the main reason?
Drugs.
Loss.
Job loss.
I don't know. Most homeless people, they're on drugs.
No, actually, when we look at substance use, we only really see like what was it? I think it's like only 20%, 20 to 30% of people who are homeless have a substance abuse disorder problem. And most people who get into substance abuse do it after because they're trying to cope with the trauma of being houseless.
So you're making your situation worse by doing drugs.
Taking substances is typically a trauma-based response because you're trying to cope with something. Do you have this same, let me ask you a question. Do you have this same, somebody comes home from work. Like, let's say somebody who's houseless has a problem with alcohol. Somebody comes home from work to their house. They had a stressful day at work. They crack open a couple beers. Do you care about that?
I mean, beers are legal.
Yeah, so you don't care if they like come home and they crack open a couple beers, right?
Yeah, they're legal.
To cope with the stress of their day. You're like, that's chill, yeah.
I mean, it's legal. Yeah, you can
Okay,
come
now
home.
what if I'm
smoke
what
weed
if I'm
you want to.
houseless? What if I'm houseless and I get some money so I go buy some beers and drink those beers on the side of the street? Do you have a problem with this?
Do I have a problem with it?
Yeah.
No, but you shouldn't be doing that. That's not
Why not?
That's not financially smart.
So it's okay for the person with the home to drink a couple beers at the end of a stressful day, but it's not okay for the houseless person to drink a couple beers at the end of the day to relieve stress.
No, I'm saying I don't have a problem with it, but it's not financially smart to
do have a
go
problem.
spend your money on beers when you don't have a house.
Okay, how much does beer cost?
I mean, it depends on what you drink.
Let's take a 6-pack.
I'm not really a beer drinker.
What's the average cost of a 6-pack of beer?
I don't know, 20
$10,
bucks, 12 bucks, 15,
$10,
no.
10, 11 bucks. Let's say it's $12. Let's say it's $12. Let's say I saved up $12 a week every week for a year. How much money would I have?
Yeah. So 12 times 52.
Yep.
Which is, I'm just going to say 12 times 50. That's 12 times 50. So 5 times 12 is 600.
It's 624. I'll just make it easy for you.
Yeah,
624. That's not enough to buy a house. That's not enough for a down payment. That's not enough for anything. So how many years does this houseless person have to save up not buying their beer in order to buy a house?
This is another thing too. Why are you making $12 a week? Some people make that.
They're not making $12 a week. They're spending $12 on the beer.
Oh, spending. Okay.
So 624.
I mean, yeah.
That's not even enough to pay rent.
I mean, we can agree on this though. If you're not making enough money to play, you shouldn't play. It doesn't matter what you're doing, your hobby or whatever. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If I like to go snowboarding and it costs $300 a day and I can't afford to do it, I shouldn't be doing it. If I do it, that's on me. If I'm homeless,
so what you're saying
is
is homeless people should not be able to do anything that they might enjoy if it costs money.
Yeah, you need to build yourself up before you can do that, and that isn't even going for just homeless people.
So what if a homeless person? What if a homeless person like wants to go see a movie once a week? Should they be allowed to do that?
Be allowed? I mean, you can do what you want.
Sure. Do you think they should do that?
Financially smart? No, it's not.
Okay.
Smart.
How much does a movie cost?
I don't know, $20.
Okay, so if they save up $20 every week, how much money is that?
For a year?
Yep.
20 times 52. So that's going to be 5 times 2, 10.
It's $1,040. Just make it. It's $1,040. So they get an extra $1,040 a year. What are they buying with that?
I mean, you need to take care of yourself first.
What are they buying with $1,040 a year?
I mean, whatever. I don't know. What you do with your money is on you. But you should take care of yourself. It's clearly not on you. Now, let's take these people. Let's say they didn't have to spend all their money on groceries because they had like supplemental food coverage. Do you think they might be able to spend money on other things such as rent or a car or education? Because they're not worried about where their next meal comes from? Say that again?
If somebody is working full time and they're making minimum wage, so like let's $15 an hour, do you think it might benefit them if they are able to receive some sort of supplemental food because they won't have to spend all of their money on food? They can now save money for car, gas, rent, things like that?
I mean, yeah, it will benefit them. Yeah.
So maybe we continue to fund supplemental food programs for these people, such as SNAP?
No, because I don't want my taxes going.
There it is.
I mean,
there
no,
it is.
It
no. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Should.
Thank you so much. That you just proved the point here.
It should go to people that actually need it.
Hold on. You just proved the point. You understand that these people need this supplemental coverage and that it will help them. You don't want to pay for it. You don't think you should have to come out of your taxes.
You said would it benefit them. You didn't say need.
Wait. If you're making minimum wage, that benefit is a need. you can avoid. Do you know that 40% of Americans can't afford a $500 emergency bill? They don't have $500 in their savings accounts.
Yeah, but
They
that's
do
also
need that.
because of they're financially dumb.
No, it isn't. It's because we work in a system that
Yes,
doesn't benefit its lowest member. Do you think Walmart should be able to hire employees?
Should they be able to hire employees?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you know that Walmart hires the largest percentage of SNAP recipients in the country? How come Walmart doesn't pay its people enough to afford groceries?
You know, I can't answer that question, but what I can say is that I wouldn't be working at Walmart.
No. So should they all quit Walmart? Should Walmart not be allowed to hire anybody because they don't hire? Should we just get rid of Walmart? Walmart doesn't pay its people enough to live. So should we ban Walmarts because they don't pay their people enough? Do you shop? Have you ever shopped at Walmart?
Yeah, but
so you utilize this service. No, stop. You utilize this service. You utilize these people, but you're like, well, they don't make enough. They should just go get another job instead of Walmart should pay them more. Should we force?
I was going to say we shouldn't ban Walmart, but the workers can boycott working there or have a strike.
What happens when you go on strike? Do you earn a living? Do you earn money when you go on strike? Are you working? Some people, the best way to keep the working class from striking is to make them too poor to go on strike. So Walmart, do you think we should force Walmart on a federal level to raise their prices, or to raise the amount they pay their employees? Should we force Walmart? Should we raise the minimum wage to be in line with the cost of living? Should we raise the minimum wage?
Minimum wage should be in line for the cost of living, yeah.
Okay, so Trump's not trying to do that. He doesn't want to raise the minimum wage. They want to get rid of the minimum wage. The Republicans want to get rid of it. They don't want a minimum wage.
I mean, I don't know about that too much, just because I would never work for minimum wage.
Okay, so you've proven point number 5. And it is pretty embarrassing.
What's point number 5?
That MAGA are uneducated or they're bad people.
No, that I feel like if you work for minimum wage, you're stupid.
So nobody should work for Walmart.
That's like a kid job.
So nobody should. So I'm sorry. So Walmart should not be open from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock.
I never said that, but I'm just saying that's
if it's a kid job,
you have people in
how is it going? If it's a kid job and only kids should be working there, how do they stay open during normal business hours when kids are in school?
I mean, you can have college kids work there. Like,
when do college kids go to class? When should college kids go to class?
Kid job, it can be like 21-year-olds or whatever.
Sorry, when should college kids go to class?
I still consider myself a kid in some
When should college kids go to class?
Dude, I don't know. I never went to college. I never needed to go to fucking college.
So, I want to reiterate here. I just want to reiterate something. You believe that people should not work for minimum wage, but you believe that Walmart should still be open during normal business hours.
Whatever a company does, that's on them. If they want to pay their people minimum wage and people are dumb enough to go work for that, I mean...
Okay, so we as a country shouldn't limit or regulate what companies do at all?
I mean, we kind of do, but if you got a company saying... Because you got Costco, they paying like 30-something an hour.
Ought we as a company, should we as a country set regulations on businesses?
What type of regulations?
Pay regulations.
Should we set them? No.
Embarrassing. Thanks for calling in. Truly embarrassing. Truly. Just truly. Shout out to CJ for paying to boot the guest. Fuck do you mean no? God damn. Walmart these people shouldn't work for minimum wage, but here they are in a job. It's the only job they can get. But Walmart shouldn't pay its employees more. But we shouldn't be paying for the SNAP benefits that Walmart. Yeah, no, makes total sense. God damn, dude. Point number 5, everybody. Point number 5. Every time. Point number 5 gets them every time. Every time. Okay, I'm gonna go grab my lunch real quick. I went to Subway to put my cold drink in the same bag as my warm sandwich. I mean, be so for real. Does that make sense? When you put my cold drink in the same thing as my warm Sammy? My Sammy is warm. I want it to stay warm. That eats. Dude, he said it himself. He was like, no, I shouldn't have to pay that. That's all it is. It's all selfishness. You don't think your taxes should go to it. You don't want to help your fellow American. I do. I got a meatball sub. Did they give me napkins? They sure didn't. What the fuck? Why don't you give me napkins? Kobe! Nope. Shaq. The fact that somebody on YouTube is like, being selfish isn't a negative trait. The fuck? The fuck it's not. That was like the most sugar-filled drink of lemonade I've ever tasted. God damn, that was bad. That was all sugar. Ugh. I'm gonna go back to my water. There's no more callers, and I've been live for 3 hours. Should we go play Voices of the Void? Or should I now go sleep until the stream with Lux? Yeah, we'll do Voices of the Void for like an hour. All right, YouTube. That's it. What, 3 calls today? Totally fine. That's the whole show. Thank you for hanging out with us, YouTube. If you want to come watch me game, come over to Twitch. Sorry to Andrew Wilson. I know you were in the queue, but we can't get to you today. Do you guys mind if I don't do super chats today? It's getting late. I want to just go play this game. I'm on with Lux at 9:30 p.m. EST. 9:30 p.m. EST. I'll be on with Lux, so get ready for that. Catch y'all later, YouTubes. Over to Twitch if you want to see Voices of the Void.